Hey everybody, this is a clip from the latest episode of the Randi Rhodes Show. If you want the full episode, you can watch live on Free Speech TV, Dish Channel 9415, DirecTV 348, Sling, Roku, and Apple TV.
Mary had a little man.
The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream today. Change has come to America.
Believe me.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
Kansas in 1940. He got his love of the arts from his mother, Mary. He got his politics from his father, Fred Koch, a self-made millionaire who founded what would become Koch Industries. Deeply conservative, Fred Koch helped create the John Birch Society, a radical right-wing organization. You were born rich.
I was born well off, not rich.
Do you think, had you been born poor, you would be the same view?
I certainly think so. I have a value system that my father instilled in me, and I've been following his beliefs and his value system all my life.
There were 4 brothers, Frederick, Charles, and fraternal twins David and Bill. As children, David and Bill were rivals, reportedly encouraged by their father to work out their conflicts through boxing. David went to Deerfield, an elite prep school, then MIT, where he studied engineering and played basketball, very successfully. After Fred Koch died, Charles became CEO and David eventually became executive vice president. Koch Industries grew steadily, but the rivalries of childhood played out in adulthood. First, Bill and Frederick tried to oust Charles from his CEO job. Then, Charles and David bought out Bill and Frederick for $1.1 billion. Then Bill and Frederick sued them. Koch versus Koch Industries went on for 15 years. At the height of the conflict, their mother Mary disinherited any brother who sued any other brother. That led to another lawsuit. And although the lawsuits were eventually settled, there were many years when David and Bill scarcely spoke. Were you and Bill close growing up?
We had our differences, but as time went on, we grew closer and closer. And not long ago, my brother Bill asked his longtime girlfriend to marry him. He called me up crying. He said, "Would you be the best man in my wedding?" I started crying.
Oh, wasn't that beautiful?
I said, "Billy, this is a great honor. I never thought you'd want me to take this role, and I will do my darndest to be the best man for you that I can be."
Fatality.
You have been suffering.
That was cold. Was it cold? That was cold. All right, so one of the Koch brothers died. I think it was the David. I don't know. So who inherits all the politicians now that he's greased? Who? Who inherits Dick's Army? Who inherits that? I'm going to guess the one that didn't die. I'm going to guess that Charles inherits all the ones that David bought. Is what I'm going to guess. I mean, you think your family has problems. Can you imagine? I mean, everybody thinks that, oh, if only I was a billionaire. Oh, if only I was rich. Oh, if only I would solve all my... No, they hated each other. The mother had to get involved with lawsuits, and then they sue her, too. I mean, you got to celebrate where you can, people. You got to celebrate where you can. But, yeah, so I'm watching the stock market crash is what I'm watching right now. And that was not what I thought we'd be talking about today at all, okay? But the stock market is down 532 points at this moment because Donald Trump was tweeting this morning. Can you believe this crap? Can you? Look at that. 533 points now. There's a little ticker on your screen if you're watching. Thank you, Brett. But... this is what happened. Donald Trump, with his stupid little, small, tiny little fingers, I'm guessing he's a thumber. I don't know. He actually, with a few flicks right there, caused the Dow Industrial Average to plunge 200 points this morning in 5 minutes. This is the timeline. 10:57 this morning, Donald Trump tweeted, I swear to God, he attacked the Fed chairman who, they're having their little meeting, their little get-together. The bankers are with the Fed chairman out in Jackson's Hole, Dick's Army, I don't know, someplace in Wyoming. I don't know which one it is, Charles or David, Wyoming. But, yeah, no, it's Jackson Hole. They're having a little meeting in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And, Jerome Powell gave a little speech to the central bankers, and he told them that right now he was not in the mood to lower interest rates, but he was monitoring Trump's ridiculous trade war, and that now his job has become even more difficult because you have an unhinged lunatic, he didn't say this, at the helm of our economy, okay? And he's engaged and initiated a trade war with China single-handedly, without using any of the tools that he was given in his toolbox, like, TPP, which was, okay, not perfect, but TPP was 12 nations, 12 Asian nations, who would have acted as a block for China, okay? It was built in. It was there. It was for him to, absorb and use and deploy. And then, of course, today is the G7, or today he's traveling to the G7, which is the G7 are the 7 largest economies in the world, their leaders in France, getting together to discuss the fact that the globe and the global economy is slowing down. You would think that would be a tool he could use to, if he wanted to slap China around, use the 7 largest economies in the world to, fix whatever they, perceive is wrong with China's trade practices and, create another block, right? And so far you got like 2 really but Donald Trump, I alone can fix it. I am
the chosen one.
This is what he said. I'm the chosen one. He looked up to the heavens, proclaimed himself king of Israel and the chosen one for China. And so he's doing it all by himself. So this morning he tweeted at 10:57 this morning, almost 11 o'clock this morning, he tweeted that he wasn't sure who our bigger enemy is. Our Fed chairman, Jerome Powell, who said, I'm monitoring this crazy trade war, and there may come a time when I have to lower interest rates, but now's not the time. I need some tools in my toolbox because this man's going to crash the freaking economy for the United States, and that's my major concern here. So give me some wiggle room to lower interest rates if I need to, if this man does what I think he's going to do and put us into a freaking recession, okay? And so Trump tweets, who's our bigger enemy, Jay Powell or the communist dictator, President Xi, who, by the way, announced today retaliatory tariffs against the United States in response to Trump's lunacy. And he will do it in stages. $75 billion worth of American goods he's going to put tariffs on. Those goods will be American energy, oil and gas. Oh, yeah. Soybeans. Hello, farmers. Hello, milkmaids. Yeah. And so Trump starts tweeting. He's not sure if Jerome Powell is an enemy of the United States or if Xi is an enemy of the United States and who's the bigger enemy. And then he went on to, and in 5 minutes, within 5 minutes of that going out, the stock market tanked 200 points. Okay. 2 minutes later, he posts this series of ranting tweets against China in which he said, quote, "We don't need China. And frankly, we'd be far better off without them. I hereby order American companies to immediately start looking for an alternative to China, okay? Including bringing your companies home, making your products in the USA. I will be responding to China's tariffs this afternoon. We're still waiting. And then he said that he wants all carriers, FedEx, Amazon, UPS, and the post office to search for and refuse all deliveries of fentanyl from China. And he's ordering them to do that. Now, I don't know if he thinks he can or if he knows he can't. Anyway, the stock market crashed another 220 points.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
Radio Beacon